So UV editing in Maya 2018 is better than it was. If we click on a polygon cube, drop that into the scene, you see it has over here, it has the correct UV map assigned to it, which is good. But that didn't really help us because it's already done. If you go up to automatic in this instance, and it does something to it, not quite sure what, but the best way now is to patch it up edge by edge. So if we go into the UV editor and select edge, there are two edges selected wherever we click on one of these sides of these polygons. Select one and another one immediately highlights up. So hold down the shift key and then move and sew. Joins those together. Do that process again. Shift, move and sew. And now we're getting the a box that looks like you can do something with it. Same thing again, really. Except in this instance now we've got a complete wrap round. Let's just select the shell here and move it. We've got one more edge, so again click one of these edges at the end here and it selects its brother up here, which is that one. So shift, move and sew again. So that's a complete wrap round. If you select faces now, you can see them all wrapping around. 1, 2 round the back, 2 round the back, 3 and 4. Okay, so we've just got these two now, top and bottom. So select one of these, either that one or that one. Click edge again. And shift, move and sew. And select this one, which is the bottom one here. Shift, move and sew. And now we've got how it comes out of the factory, and which makes more sense. How you might make a box out of paper or something like that. So anyway, the next thing is just to make sure that it all fits into UV space. So if you go shift, unfold, unfold, it fits into 0 to 1 space there. And that is job done, really. For that one, and you can put on the base cube checkerboard map just to see it. So that's fairly straightforward. It gets a little bit more complicated when we have something like this, a vase or whatever, face type thing. And the best thing really is to start off with something like a planar map. So it has a go at it, which is great. But what we need to do now is make some cuts, because it's inevitable that it's going to have some cuts somewhere. So we need to cut it one down its seam and possibly one across the top and one across the bottom. So we'll do that by selecting edge loops. You can select edge loops here or here, it makes no difference. Hold down shift and go to cut, and that makes a slightly thicker edge loop there displayed here. Select all, shift, unfold, and unfold will unfold it. not ideal, so we need another couple of cuts here. So in this instance, I mean, it's entirely up to you where you cut, but this would seem to make more sense than anything, something like that. So I've selected an edge loop around there, and that's highlighted here on the UV editor. Hold down Shift and cut again, and it becomes a slightly thicker line. Select all, hold down Shift, unfold and unfold, and it splits them up, which is more useful. And then you need to do that process again with another edge loop down at the bottom. Shift cut again, and then hold down to select everything, and unfold. We'll split that up now. You've got three parts, and you've got 3 seams, which makes the whole thing slightly more useful than what it was. You can see here with that selected, the actual where the edges lie. So there's an edge down here, and all those wrap to that, and the green maps to the top rim. You could select and connect those together if you think that's useful, but it's not strictly necessary. But how it's done is just select an edge, along here, hold down Shift, move and sew, and it looks a bit ugly until you select all, unfold, unfold, and then it kind of looks better. You don't have to do that though. I don't think it's strictly necessary. What is quite useful though is for the textile density is to select a UV shell. So these are 3 separate shells now. Select that shell, which is probably the more important one, being as it's the body shell, if you like, and get its textile density from here, which is 55.6. So the theory is that if you select that shell now, you can set that to 55, and select that shell and set that one to 55, and then when it comes to applying a texture, all 3 of them kind of sit there quite neatly. And perhaps the one final thing you need to do is unfold and unfold, so they all kind of fit a bit neater. And that's, well, it might not be the neatest way of doing it, but it kind of works for me in most instances, where you cut, move and sew and unfold, and you come up with something that gets quite close to what you need. Thank you.